It's your boy, it's only one Mike, aka Chocolatina, on the What's Cookin' NYC show. And we have a very special guest today, Kyrie Thompson.
What's going on, y'all?
All right. If y'all don't know, he is a personal shopper, creative director, artistic director, a model. But you told me, but I feel like we just really recently met. But you said you got so many things. So what else? What else can you tell the people?
Personal shopper, creative director, stylist, creative producer, model coach.
Jesus.
It's a whole bunch of shit going on.
So you're a multifaceted human being.
Yeah, multifaceted.
Basically. Okay. So basically, I could call you image consultant too.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, see, I remember it. So pretty much, what, like, if I could just ask you just a few questions or whatever, how did you get into this art field of you, like stylist? Give me like a rundown and everything.
So actually, a good friend of mine, she always consulted with me when she like wanted to put an outfit together. And one day she was like, you should be a stylist. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll take it serious.
Right.
The very next day, I met my mentor, Abby Kane, on the train. And we connected. We had a 2-hour-long conversation at Fulton Street on Fulton Center in Manhattan.
275 turned into 2 hours.
Yeah, and that was crazy. Like, we spoke. She set me up with a showroom. Shout out to the Confessional Showroom. I did my first pull as a stylist there. I did my first fitting as a stylist there, and I had my friends come on. We did a photo shoot in Brooklyn, and it ended up being like a very monumental moment in my life, and I knew I wanted to take this serious. I did New York Fashion Week a couple weeks later.
Yeah.
Styled 50 models in the back, and then from there I did a BTS video, and it took off.
And how many years ago was that?
That was a year and a half ago.
Oh wow! So
yeah.
you're still fresh, still
fresh in the game,
still fresh and killing it. Okay. So, I recently like caught wind of you or everything. So don't think of me. I'm too late to the party, but you are What's Cookin'. I feel like around the city or whatever. And I peeped you was on this Zeus Network show with Blueface and Krishan Rock. You want to tell the viewers how you got about that?
So shout out to Sha Coleman, Cali's Finest, Les Flow, the Blue Midtown. Shout out to y'all. They actually asked me to be the casting director for Daniel's Leather's fashion show. Shout out Daniel's Leather too. I came on, I did the casting, I did 2 rounds. Then from then on, I went on to be the backstage director for the whole show. So I'm running the show. I got my assistants running around and stuff. The day before the show, we met Blueface and Krishan.
Oh wow.
Actually really cool from what you see on TV and stuff like that. They're really like, chill. We had the scene, of course. Zeus Network came. I met the owner, the executive producer, and everybody. I met Natalie Nunn at the same time, and it was a really cool like experience. And the day of the show, really chill. It went kind of smooth in the back and everything. Running the back of the house is always chaos, but it was pretty chill chaos. Really cool experience.
Yeah, I liked how you talked about like before, like how you meet certain celebrities, like before the before the
portrayal on TV.
Yeah, because I met them in the club before, and it all comes back to what I'm about to say about alignment, because me and you meeting right now, that's his alignment right there, and I know that Blueface, from what I know, was like cool. When I met Sean,
we had a conversation about his son, really loves his son.
All right. So, but before we get into like all the serious questions and everything like that, first of all, could you tell us what you have on?
Oh, man.
One stylist,
so let me tell y'all something. All right. It's not about where you get the pieces from; it's where you get the pieces from. All right. So
pause. Repeat that. Slow it down.
It's not about where you get the pieces from, but it's where you get the pieces from.
Shit.
I'm wearing. This is Old Forever 21.
Wow.
Old
Zara, wow.
I got on Nerva right here, a New Jersey designer.
That's from fucking Zara.
Yeah, this is from Zara. On Bottega on the feet.
On the feet, yeah.
Louis Vuitton on the glasses, Gucci on the watch, and Kata Jula on the necklace.
I got Amazon on my watch, but I'll take that.
But I just
putting that on,
investing in myself.
And Antonio Brown, he put it on too. I'm just saying.
Put
just
that
saying.
shit on.
All right. So, what does style mean to you?
Style means a lot. There's no really set definition of style. It's what you make it. You wear the clothes. You don't make it wear you. You know, for me, you make everything in the artistic community. It's never going to be perfect.
Yeah,
it's
correct,
always going to be
correct,
opinionated.
correct. Yeah.
And even if you don't fuck with it one day, somebody else is.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
So you could go out the house thinking that you're not looking your best,
Yeah.
and you get stopped on the street like, yo, your outfit is hard.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just like that. Just do whatever you feel like doing. When you get up, dress how you feel. That's how I feel.
How did you find your style though? Because like to one demographic, this is like, oh, he's dressing too much. So another demographic, no, that shit is kind of hard.
And let me tell y'all something.
Right.
You can never overdress. That's one thing.
That.
You can never overdress.
Respect that.
If you go into the bar and you want to wear a fucking suit, you do it. All right. You wear a suit. If you got something with Swarovski crystals on and it's gonna be bedazzling all over the place, you wear that shit. You own it. For me, because that's your artistic view of what you want to do for the day.
Correct.
So stuff like that.
All right. So when it comes to putting on an outfit, what do you start with first?
I always start with my shoes.
Okay.
I always start with my shoes. The shoes really make the outfit, and then accessories as well.
Accessories, yeah.
You know, so I'm a big accessories person. Like I got on a Louis Vuitton belt right now. For me, watch, glasses. But I feel like if I didn't have on my glasses per se, then my outfit wouldn't have popped as much as it does. You know.
Right.
Yeah. So accessories are really big, and pieces, of course. Clothing. You could always have statement pieces on.
Yeah.
Me, my closet is full of statement pieces.
Full of statements, so, yeah, statements.
I also have some really cool, like subtle pieces, but I make them statement pieces. It's about who's wearing it as well.
All right, so this is like a personal question that I just recently came up with. Like, I'm freestyling this one. You know how like certain styles have like they just look good with certain hairstyles. So I called Wendy when you did that photo shoot for Trudon. Don, shout out True Vinci or whatever.
Shout out Don.
But what caught me was not just like the style of the shirt itself as well. It was the hairstyle. So how did what goes into that process?
So one day I literally woke up and I bleached my hair blonde.
Oh shit.
So I listen to Frank Ocean heavy. Shout out Frank Ocean.
Know what I'm saying?
He actually saved my life.
And Solange.
Yeah,
see, research.
Yeah, that's a fact. Frank Ocean really saved my life. So in tribute to him, I dyed my hair blonde.
Okay.
And from then on, I started doing designs, like because I get bored real quick.
Yeah.
For me, so I wanted to change it up. I did the hearts, I did the flames for New York Fashion Week, and then I also did the lightning bolts. Yeah.
Okay. So, do you remember that? How can I put this? There was a time on Instagram. I don't know if they still do it, but there was times people care about like aesthetic photos and aesthetic shoots and everything like that. Just everybody trying to push the envelope for what fashion is to what we see today or whatever. Could you share your thoughts on like what people what the importance of a community when it comes to styling normal? I guess dressing more than usual, like dressing more different than others. Like what's the importance of community with that?
Got you. So and I remember that you asked me a question, asking me like, what's my personal style? Like, how did I find it as well? I'm still searching for my set style. So right now I'm in the area of like trying new things for real. Like right now, I actually want to get into Gothic fashion. So I want to wear like more Victorian shirts and stuff like that. Back to the question that you just asked. Aesthetic is very important in the fashion community. Content is very important. So when you could show your versatility in content and style, and you could find a way to portray it in a way that captures everybody's attention. Because as much as we, live in the real world, the fake world helps us to get to where we need to be as well. Which is social media.
Okay. So what has been your favorite moment of your journey, like as far as image consultant goes, creative director, model, all of that? Like your favorite moments.
My favorite moment was recently when I became creative producer of Worldwide Magazine. Shout out Isaac Taylor Shane. He put me on to this wonderful opportunity. And I just started out as a stylist I did an editorial shoot, and he asked me to come on as creative producer, and now I'm a part of one of the greatest teams that I've ever worked for.
Okay. All right. So I have a question for you, since you also in the fashion world. How do you feel about, and shout out Priest, how do you feel about the Nike and Bape and like that stuff going on right now?
I'm gonna be completely honest. Nike is very corny.
Okay.
Nike is very corny. Yeah.
Shots fired. You know what I'm
Nike
saying?
Nike's very corny. I had a pair of Bapesters as
Bape
well.
Star, yeah. Also, it's Bapesters, not Bape Stars.
Bapester.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
Bapester.
tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I actually had a pair, very, comfortable shoe, of course. Similar silhouettes and everything. But I just feel like if you're, your design and your culture is a little bit different, then that makes all the difference that it needs to make. And Bape had their own culture for years. So it's like, why would you try to attack them now because you want a coin? Very corny.
Like, people are talking about like patents and all that stuff, but it's just like, I feel like when something has become like, obviously there's behind the scenes. Right. Like, we know there's behind the scenes stuff where what we know, the general public is like, okay, Nike's just tripping, but obviously like there are technicalities with this stuff. But I feel like when there's certain styles embedded with cultures, like, let it be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially when Air Force Ones are never going away. Like, Nike Air Force Ones are never white and black, and the black nasties.
Exactly.
Never going away.
Nike's gonna make their billions anyway. So it's like, why are you, feeding for more money, more power in the industry or whatever? But I just think it's very corny that you could take away from somebody's culture that they put in 20 years of hard work into their shoes and everything like that. And they have a lot of consumers as well, because we buy Bape all the time. New Bape stores are getting built. They're creating more revenue for themselves. Why would you want to take away from other people's
agreed
work?
And then and I also look at it as well, like, imitation, what's that quote? Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. But even if Nike sees it as imitation, but at the end of the day, Bape is still putting their own twist to it.
Right.
Bro, I really be thinking about it. Like, most of the stuff that we see today is not really original. Even when you make certain contents, like, everything gets redone.
Oh yeah,
to an
definitely.
Extent.
Everything is off of inspiration. At this
that's
point,
what I'm saying.
Like, I did a shoot with Serge the other day. Serge Fields, Ame. Shout out to you. We did Alice in Wonderland themed photo shoot.
That's fire.
We mixed like gothic fashion with costume design and whimsical. So we took it to a different level. We got a team of me, Paris. Shout out to Paris. Shout out to Shay. Shout out to Tiff. We put this whole team together and we created a whole scene of our version of Alice in Wonderland. But Alice in Wonderland was already made already.
Right.
We got inspiration, but we created our own thing from that inspiration. If Alice in Wonderland wasn't here, we wouldn't have had no inspiration to
draw from.
So
draw from. Yeah, that's tough. Like, he's really corny for that a little bit. I ain't gonna cat.
Very.
All right, so I had a question, actually. I'm trying to remember how I worded it. Hold on, let me go back to my phone real quick. So, what are your thoughts on fashion trends, and are you a type of person that goes against the grain with maintaining your own style, or simply finding ways to incorporate them?
I definitely try to incorporate them as well.
Give an example. I'm not gonna let you.
Okay, so I would wear Murder Bravado. I wear Murder. Shout out Murder Bravado. Shout out Hirsch.
Shout out Hirsch. Yeah.
Shout out Hirsch.
Yo, we need Hirsch on this, man.
Yeah. Shout out Hirsch.
Lee, I know you watching this, bro. Get Hirsch up here, bro.
Get Hirsch up here.
Yeah.
I spoke to you too many times.
I'm looking for you.
Shout out Hirsch. Bravado song coming out soon. Video shot yesterday. But back to what
W Mans for promo.
Back to what I was saying about Murder Bravado. I would wear, I could wear a whole Murder Bravado fit. For me, a crew neck, the jeans, maybe one of the pullovers over the crew neck, but I'll wear a trench over it. You don't really see people wearing trenches over a whole Murder Bravado fit.
Yeah, you're right.
Murder Bravado has its own trench.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's kind of corny if you know
overcompensate.
Oversaturate your outfit.
Yeah,
oversaturate your outfit. So you got to find ways to make it work.
Yeah.
And make it make sense at the same time. Because people lack taste, like Vivian Westwood said. People lack taste. If you don't have no taste, then it's not going to be tasteful.
Yeah.
For me, so you just got to figure that out.
All right, so let me get right into the next question then. As far as who do you deem like or fly or stylish, like if you can name top 5 people right now, all time or just in general,
all time,
or just in general to you, or just your favorites, top 5 people you deem that's like stylish.
All right, so I'm gonna start off with the most controversial. And one of my idols of all time. The reason why I fell in love with fashion, Kanye West.
Okay. Fair.
Kanye West. ASAP. ASAP is different. ASAP is different.
I was about to say. I was like, hold on.
ASAP is different. ASAP is different. Who else is making noise right now? Shy Alexander.
Shy, yeah, I like Shy shit. Yeah.
Shy's fashion is fire. Yeah. Also Travis Scott, he made his mark in the industry.
Underrated.
Yeah, Cactus Jack is crazy. Yeah, Cactus Jack is insane. Who else? Let me get into designer houses right quick.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Schiaparelli. Oh God, y'all are amazing. I don't know if y'all ever gonna see this, but very innovative designs.
Sponsor.
Very innovative designs. Doja Cat killed that look that y'all did the other day with all red.
People were flaming her up, but that shit hard. That shit is hard.
I saw it. Like
only she could pull that off.
Only she could do it.
Only she could pull that off. Yeah.
Also Jacques Miu. It's not just about the accessories for them. The clothes are absolutely amazing. Kenzo, Nigo's doing his thing at Kenzo. Shout out to Amiri as well. His jeans are not the only thing that should be worn. He has very valuable pieces in all his collections. Goes from flare pants to flare denim to accessories. His basketball bags are absolutely amazing. Nobody really taps into those. They only go for him. The hood only sees him as jeans. Yeah. But it's so much more than that. Yeah.
It's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like, when people popularize like a Mary for the denim, or I think Pop Smoke said that, right? Mary for the denim.
Yeah.
It's like, when people when a certain notable person like Cardi B with Fashion Nova, like it's the same thing when people just know it for that, they don't tend to look like, damn, I got other values.
Right, exactly.
Too, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
and shout out Murder Bravado as well again. He's making very big noise in the industry. Shout out to him.
Definitely. What I had a comment I'm trying to figure out. What do you sometimes, is it, if you had to put your style in 2 categories, or decide between 2 categories, right? How do you feel about like the hood fashion and high fashion, or just what are the layers of fashion? It's
a lot of layers of fashion.
We got high.
You got streetwear, you got high fashion, you got hood rich fashion. In my opinion. You got people that mix the hood with the high fashion. Yeah. It's so many.
I don't want all your thoughts.
It's alternative fashion as well. But right now, I feel in this day and age that alternative, gothic, hood, and I like to call it Soho fashion.
I'm fucking crying. I
like to call it Soho fashion. It's ruling the world right now. Avant-garde fashion is probably top 1 as well. Avant-garde is people that make pieces that people don't normally wear. So like Rick Owens, Mason Margiela, feel me, Schiaparelli. It's a lot that goes on with avant-garde fashion. And shout out to all the unknown haute couture designers that make stuff for people but don't get y'all credits. I'm gonna shout y'all out because y'all are the real heroes of the world. In the fashion industry.
Bruh, so all right, so you peeped how you said Soho fashion, right? So when I think I was like 2017? Yeah, I'm gonna say it's 2017. I was following like mad fit pages and shit like that, and this one, again, this was the aesthetic. Remember the aesthetic content, or the aesthetic comment I made earlier. And I was like, when I was coming up, I was watching how like people would literally take pictures of those steps,
right?
On Soho. But who also will be killing it? London, or people in the UK.
Oh yeah,
bro, they be putting that shit.
Let me tell you something.
I be having one of my best homies, Isadom, shout out Isadom on Instagram. He be telling me like, nah, but you got to wear this, got to do that.
So I've never been to Europe yet. I'm planning to go soon. This year actually. Milan,
yep.
London, Seoul, South Korea. They got it.
Fire.
All right, they got it out there. Paris as well.
Yeah,
Paris.
I'm glad you brought up Korea though.
Yeah,
people don't give that attention. But yeah, you can talk about it.
Yeah, bro. Their fashion sense out there is non-binary. That's what I like to describe it as, because you see people out there wearing trench coats with, purses, or people will walk out with purses and a regular hood nigga fit and still have a man purse. Or for me, it's no gender identity for fashion out there.
What was I saying again? But yo, you was like how a man purse, and I was like,
right, they wear trenches. Like I wore a bag today. I have my Mason Margiela bag with me today, my crossbody.
Damn.
Yeah, so like when people see it at first, they're questioning like if I'm this way or that way for me. But I make my presence, like you said earlier today in your post, you got to step in the room like God put you there.
God put you
so
in. Okay, nice callback.
Every room I step in is God's putting me there. Like, I don't care what nobody got to say. I'm going to wear my bag with confidence. And nobody could tell me what.
Bro, I feel like the best style is when people be like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That's the best style to me.
And shout out to Hirsch again. I walked in the room yesterday and I had on my Tom Brown sweater, a turtleneck, and my Murder Bravado jeans and some Alexander McQueen shoes. And I had on my bag again, my Mason Margiela bag, and I had on a fur vest. And I walked in. I know I had one of the best outfits on.
Yeah.
One of
it'd be like that. It'd be like that.
But the guys, they looked at me when I walked in, and they was like, "Yo, who the fuck is this?
Who the fuck is this?
Who the fuck is this?" And then they pulled me to the side and was like, "Yo, bro, your fit is hard."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Thank you, bro." Like, but a lot of people are afraid to try to pull this off.
Yeah.
So
just dip and dabble in certain
things.
Things.
Exactly. Just try new things. Even if you feel uncomfortable wearing a high heel Chelsea boot, start with the low ones. See how you like it. And if you get comfortable, you could wear a higher heel on your Chelsea boot. So a lot of people are afraid of the Rick Owens heels. It's like a boot, an ankle boot, and it has like a clear heel in the back, or the Mason Margiela tabbies right here, with the slit toe and the heel on it. But those are two shoes that you could wear with actually anything.
Oh wow.
But people are afraid to step out their comfort zones when it comes to different types of aesthetics. So
nah, it was because I peeped one thing, because you know how like a staple that you can wear anything is the Air Force Ones. And what was that shit you said again that you could wear anything again?
Margiela tabby
Margiela tabby boots. It's like you'd be surprised that once people don't like, they know something and they stick with it instead of like realizing there's other stuff.
Right, exactly.
Like when Vans was still like popular, they could, those black and the majority, the black color Vans, people wear anything or whatever. Right. And now people are wearing almost with anything Ricks and shit now.
Ricks. Shout out to Rick Owens, y'all. Doing y'all thing. Always have been. Rick is absolutely amazing. There are Ramon silhouette. It's taking the industry by storm. There's also geo baskets, cargo baskets as well.
Cargo baskets, yeah.
Yeah, like they have so many different silhouettes that you could wear with anything. Whether it goes up to your shin area, whatever. Like people aren't afraid to step into that because it's also a form of hood fashion. Hood gothic avant-garde fashion. That's what I like to categorize that as.
I would say, bro, when there was I'll never forget the time when I first like seen your shit on the Trudon shit or whatever. I'm like, bro, who the fuck is that? I was like, bro, and I'm like, and it wasn't even like in a bad who the fuck was that. I was like, bro, this thing got nice hair color, and you could, when certain people just bring out certain fits, like I could tell when I always talk, I think I told Honesty, shout out Honesty from Janali
Shout
or
out
whatever.
Honesty. Love you, sis.
I love when certain creatives link up. And I always call Trudon like he's a genius and all that shit or whatever. So when I'm like, okay, I knew, because you know he has trouble picking models and shit, like, because a lot of people want to be models or whatever. But I was like, when I saw you, I was like, that was a good pick. Like that was a good, and that's a pick you people would never probably seen coming.
And shout out to Don again. Shout out to Don True. I'm actually the person that picks his models for him now.
That's tough. Yeah. That's tough. So, that's tough.
You know, for me, I want to make sure that he has, you know, the aesthetic he's going for, the
his vision realized,
the marketability that he's going for. So, you know, I want to make sure everything is good.
Yeah. Like once, like I made myself a promise, like once I start getting my money up again, like I was like, I'm gonna start like dressing as much as I used to. Because when I was like, this is before the like when durags, people used to match durags with their outfits or whatever, right? So Fab had this like purple vape durag that went viral.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I kid you not, I had that durag like 2 months ahead before he dropped that photo. People was like, where the fuck did you get that from? I'm like, bro, chill. Like, what was that little nigga that be like, don't worry about it, sweetheart. That's black. Bro, I kid you not, I was in boarding school, Philadelphia. People was like, bro, where do you get that? And I dropped. But Fab beat me to the picture though, so I was like, fuck, because my man's had that Urbane. He had it's a brand called Urbane. Shout out Ugly Bryce or whatever, and he had a heart drippy shirt, and I was like, bro, that reminds me of like a Bape tee or whatever. So I was like, bro, I could bring this out wearing like a Bape durag. And he was like, yo, that would be hard, but we never. And I just shot the picture last year, but the point is that I was like, it's always like I feel like when it comes to fashion, like just think differently. Like certain pieces go together, but you don't, like you said it best, you don't want to over saturate like a brand too much or whatever.
But another thing is, if you have a good idea, then just do it.
Just do it, exactly. Just do it. Like I ended up dropping it in 2017, but the shirt didn't come out till last year. So but the idea was still there. People was like, nah, see what you was doing, whatever. And that led me to get like one of a modeling contract or whatever. And that shit lasted like a good year and a half. And people was like, Michael, you just be doing, you're a businessman, you're a model. I'm like, so you saying all the shit you be doing? I'm like, yeah, he gets it.
Yeah.
He gets it.
Appreciate that, bro.
So, and I should have brought it up earlier, but you're a basketball fan. I love the fact that you're a LeBron fan, because I was a LeBron fan too.
Shout out LeBron James. I love you.
Okay, I ask you too, like, what do you think about like
sports fashion?
Yeah, like, what do you like that, you know?
I like that. Especially now, people are stepping out their comfort zones. Like you see, like the Kelly Oubre's are coming out. The Shais are coming out. For me, the Kuzmas and the who else? I gotta figure out.
I ain't gonna lie, LeBron be throwing that shit on.
No, LeBron be putting that shit on.
People don't be sleeping.
Putting that shit on. You know, feel me? Some of them have stylists as well. Westbrook be putting that shit on.
He be putting that shit on.
And shout out to Tom Brown. Shout out to Tom Brown. One of my favorite designers. You know, Westbrook be killing them kills.
Yeah, because I feel like there's certain fits that only he can pull off. I'm like, because I'm not wearing that, but he got it though. He got it though.
Shout out to Russ. I love Russ. I love Braun. If y'all ever see this, then please hit me up.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, how isn't, like, you know how like certain, like the rap, you know, people used to say the rap game, the crack game is the same thing. What's the parallels of basketball or just sports in general with fashion to you? Like there's got to be some parallels you got to make to
you know, image, and this is why I became an image consultant. Everything I do, you know, falls under image consultant, in my opinion, because I'm helping you reach a level of perfection with your image, you know? So image is very important when it comes down to pictures.
Yeah,
the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you present yourself, the way a room lights up when you get in.
Yeah,
everything, you know, matters. You know, and it also comes back to marketability, because you know how Braun is probably the most marketable person in the NBA. I mean, he has the swag for that. You can create that swag for you.
Yeah,
some people aren't born with it. But you can create it. You can create it yourself.
You can create it, yeah.
You know,
I'm glad you said you can create it, because you know how like I talked to one of my mans about this shit. Like we say Lola Brooke has the it factor of a woman rap or whatever, and I was like, but there was times people was arguing like, yeah, people say you have to be born with it, but I felt like he made a good argument that you can't create it. Right. You can't create it, and now you're saying it like, okay, I believe it. I'm starting to believe it.
Shout out to Lola Brooke.
Yeah.
Shout out to Billy B. Shout out to Ice Spice.
Yeah.
Y'all killing the game right now.
The it factor, you definitely can create it. The more I'm starting to realize you can create it, because I was like, when you was like how when you walk in a room and just people are exuberated by you, like people just gravitate towards you.
Right, exactly.
I was like, that's why I was like, yeah, we gotta get you in there.
And going back to the it factor, Lola Brooke, she has that that hood demeanor.
Yeah.
Feel me? So when you walk in the room, you like, yeah, this a little gangster right here. Feel me? When Ice Spice walk in the room, she give off the 90s type ratchet fashion. Feel me? And not everybody gonna eat it up, but when it hit,
yeah.
You know, feel me? So like she did the video the other day with the 2 BB belts.
Yeah, the BB belts, yeah.
That was fire.
That was fire.
That was fire. She had like the bra hanging out her shirt a little bit.
I love them both.
You know, yeah, like she did her thing.
Please.
She did her thing. Nah, you crazy.
Yeah, crazy. But nah, it's like when they brought back the BB belts, because I haven't seen a BB belt. I haven't seen a BB belt like maybe in a while. Yeah. But I remember BB belts were, well, I don't want to say popularized again, because I feel like that's a stretch. But Kuda B, 6ix9ine had that shit on, and then Kuda B had that shit on one time before he went to jail or whatever. I was like, yo, what is that belt? And that's when I first got in tune with that shit. This is when I was in fucking high school. And I was like, yo, that belt is nice. And then niggas was like, Mike, you don't know about this shit? I'm like, bro, nigga, I don't know about a lot of shit. I ain't even eat Red Lobster yet, bro.
How old are you, bud? How old are you, by the way?
I'm 23.
So I'm 24. All right, boom. So
wow.
I'm from East New York, Brooklyn. Back in the day, I went to IS 302. In IS 302, they was wearing BB belts when I was in 6th grade.
Bro, Taylor was telling me when she was going to school, niggas was tripped the fuck out.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the
Monclers, rugby shirts.
And this on the regular.
Yeah, this was every day. And I couldn't afford nothing that they had at the time for me. My parents would buy me a couple stuff. Shout out to my parents. Y'all did what y'all could. But, I really wanted to tap into that.
Wow.
I really wanted to tap into that. So when I got to high school, I started working at McDonald's. So I started buying Balenciagas. I started buying Mason Margiela and started like tapping into different designers. I haven't gotten a BB belt yet, but when it do hit, you gonna get it. When it hit, it hit. It hit. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. So I don't want to take too much of your time or whatever. But
I have a quick question now. So
okay, go ahead.
Right, so I'm here again.
Video bomb.
I'm everywhere.
Video bombing.
So I was gonna say, for since it's a business podcast, everything, give everybody just advice when it comes to how to dress like for business occasions, such as formal events. Interviews, like things like that. Especially being that a lot of our audience are like young black people. It tends to be the stigma. We don't know how to dress up for certain events.
Yeah,
and
agreed.
Like so, if you could tell the audience, like what's your advice and whatnot.
So this is what I advise y'all to do. I know everybody be like saving pics in their Instagrams and stuff like that. But if you feel that you're not confident enough to, pull something off or, figure out an outfit for a certain type of event or aesthetic that you're going for, because I know people be going to shit like Yardy Fiesta, and didn't know what to wear.
Wow.
Consult with a stylist. Consult with a stylist or image consultant. Feel me? I'm here. I'm always available. I'm the best in the city, so if y'all go to somebody else, then that's your fault. But
okay, throwing it out there.
Yeah, but come to me, and I will help you out. I've helped out hundreds of people already. But yeah, consult with a stylist. A stylist usually knows what to do. But if you don't, and you want to do it the hard way, because I ain't a gatekeeper, study. Yeah. Literally study.
Yeah. All right, so I have the last two questions. All right. So. This is just a staple question that we ask to every guest. What is harder to be, staying creative or staying inspired, and why?
Staying creative, in my opinion. Okay. Because you could always be inspired, but if you don't put the work in, then it's just inspiration. For me, a dream without work is just a dream.
Okay.
And you gotta, make those strides and do everything that you need to do, so you can make that dream come true. If you just dreaming all day, then there's no motion behind it, and you just creating potential energy instead of kinetic energy.
Okay, good shit.
And forming, you know, an algorithm for yourself, an outcome for yourself. You know, you don't want to just be potential.
That's right.
You wanna be.
Yeah, you wanna be. Got the education in here. Okay, okay. All right. So the last thing. Well, just not really a question, just more so like last remarks or whatever. What do you have to tell someone who's interested in doing what you do, and advice to get them started and everything like that?
Talk to me.
Simple.
That's all I gotta say.
3 words.
Talk to me.
No long explanation. Just 3 words. Talk to me. Talk to him. Him Jong-un.
Impossible.
Impossible. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. It's your boy, It's Only One Mic, and we are here with
Kyrie Thompson, Mr. Souvenir.
And what's drop your Instagram handle and all that?
My Instagram is at nokyap. At nokyap, no cap.
All right. And that is all. Actually, forget that. We have just the question. We're gonna edit it. Fashion Week. What's the lookout for Fashion Week?
Fashion Week is a whole bunch of stuff going on. I didn't think that there was gonna be that much going on in February since it's cold. But the other day, the editor of Worldwide Magazine, shout out Isaac Taylor Shane, he sent me like 15 events all at one time, and it was some of my friends that are showcasing their collections or like introducing their brands to the world and stuff like that now. So I got a whole bunch of stuff to go to, and I also got my show going on with Daniel's Leather. Casting, I'm the casting director, and shout out to Omnex Modeling, also partnering up with us, co-producing the show. I'll be running backstage again, feel me? So y'all could come in this press as well if y'all want to.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so it's a lot going on for New York Fashion Week, and Soho is going to be very busy. Soho, the meatpacking district is going to be very busy.
Don't not drive there.
Don't drive. Take the train, please. I know some people are bougie, don't want to take the train, but public transportation is very important for New York Fashion Week. New York Fashion Week starts on February 9th to the 15th. You know, but there's also other productions like Brooklyn Fashion Week, Harlem Fashion Week, and I'm part of a new group called TSFM, and we're throwing our own series of events and fashion shows in the month of August. So we're gonna be pre-New York Fashion Week.
Okay.
You know, so
pre-game.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. And then it's so many other productions in the works right now that I can't really get into.
Okay.
Shout out Midori.
Okay.
Shout out Serge. Shout out Eric. You know, it's a lot of teams I'm a part of right now, and we're like formulating plans, and you know, but let me tell y'all something as well. You could be rich in mind and body and spirit, and the money's gonna come after. Feel me? So you have to put in the work. Believe in yourself, and the money will follow. You're gonna get rich on accident, on purpose.
That's it. I'm your host. It's Only One Mic of What's Cookin NYC, and we are out. I hope you enjoyed another episode of What's Cookin NYC. You can't find us in any air fryer, and you can't cook us because we're available on all streaming platforms. Like, comment, subscribe.